Welcome to the breakdown. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've been getting some questions about and talk to people with different answers about what's happening. And that is, will there be a turkey shortage for Thanksgiving in 2020? Now, if you're not from the United States, Thanksgiving is one of the biggest holidays where families gather, and one of the main dishes that's traditionally served is turkey. Now, everybody has their own take. Everybody celebrates the holiday a little different. I know ham was a big when I grew up, but turkeys are sold in mass for Thanksgiving in the United States to celebrate the holiday. Well, 2020, with the pandemic and everything happening, is definitely changing how people are celebrating Thanksgiving, and those changes could definitely affect the availability of turkey in 2020. Now, we're going to break that down in 1 second, but first, if you're new here, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new. All right, so what's happening that could possibly cause a turkey shortage in 2020? And it's honestly very complicated, going back to the fact that turkey sales have actually slowly been dropping. So the production of turkeys have been slowing down, focusing a lot more on bigger turkeys for larger parties. Traditionally, you get 3 or 4 households together, you buy a big turkey, you all share it. Well, in 2020, if you ever heard, you're not supposed to gather for this Thanksgiving. They're really encouraging people not to do that. They're encouraging people to stay in smaller groups. The problem with that means, if you're doing smaller groups, you're going to need more turkeys, and specifically smaller turkeys. And that has put a great strain on the system here. We're actually seeing demand for smaller turkeys take off, demand for larger turkeys shrink. This is causing prices to rise in some smaller turkeys, but there's still some good deals. More importantly, it's putting strain on a market that was shrinking. Now in 2020, the production of large turkeys are down 2%, where overall turkey production in the United States was down 3%. Now they still forecast over 200 million turkeys to be produced in the United States. It does put great strain. If you think about how many people usually come to your family gathering, how many different households, it would not be unusual for us to have 4 or 5. Now in Michigan, at least, they're encouraging you not to have more than 2 households together. So 1 turkey to feed all these people may now turn into 3 or 4 turkeys to feed the same number of people. So, and you've put in the fact that usually smaller turkeys aren't quite as much of in demand as you would have this year. You're facing trouble. With products like turkeys, you can't just build them to whoever size you want. You have to rely on time for the turkeys to fatten and grow to the right age for this processing. And that creates real fear of possible shortages. Now, I've talked to people in the industry that says yes, they are very much afraid, especially at smaller retailers, of not being able to get enough turkeys, especially not enough turkeys people want. The larger restaurants like Kroger have found that 43% of their shoppers plan to celebrate Thanksgiving with only people in their immediate households. And they're seeing a larger growth of, quote, first-time preparers. These are people who traditionally don't cook turkeys but are now purchasing them because they're going to be alone for the holiday, or the person who they typically get to do that is not going to be available or not doing it this year. Now, this is not exclusive to the UK or to the US. The UK is also reporting a feared shortage of turkeys, but for a different reason. Turkeys are very popular for Christmas in the UK, and they rely on over 1,000 skilled workers coming in from the European Union. But with the current pandemic restrictions on travel and the 14-day isolation, they fear they won't have enough workers to properly process the amount of needed turkeys. So it'll be interesting. Now, farmers in the United States say worker shortages are not going to be a contributing factor, but the fear is there. I have talked to several meat markets in the area where they say they're not taking orders because they're not quite sure how much they're going to get in this year of the desired sizes. So it's going to be a kind of a first come, first served basis. The good news is there's a lot of turkeys right now. So if you're interested in getting turkeys, you can always shop now to get the products you want. And even fresh turkeys will hold, at this point, usually with expiration dates or use by dates well after Thanksgiving. Just make sure you check that first. So will there be a turkey shortage? Almost certainly in the smaller turkey sizes. The question is, will people dole out a large amount of money to get a larger turkey than they really need or they really wanted? Now, I'm always a fan of a lot leftovers. Now, some smaller retailers who are struggling to compete with bigger ones this year may actually run into some shortages. It'll be interesting. I've been told that by people who work in the industry, people who work at grocery stores and smaller chains, that they do fear that. Do I think it'll be overwhelming, hard, almost impossible to get turkeys like it was toilet paper earlier this year? No. But if you do want one of those harder to find smaller turkeys in the, let's say, 10 to 15 pound range, just to feed a smaller family, you may definitely want to go get it now to avoid the possibility of not getting your hands on it later. So keep that in mind. Now, I hope this video helps you out. My goal here is to keep you informed and try to explain what's happening in the world. If you enjoy videos like this, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new. Thanks for your support. I'll see you back here real soon with another video.